Welcome to the third of 2017. We are Bad Inputs. I'm sitting here with your mother's favorite streamer,
CJ Foig.
and I'm Toka Lurker, and this is the Bad Inputs Gamescast. The title of this week's episode is 2017, the best year ever.
Yes. Can we just say yes? Can we just end it? We'll just end the podcast. Thank you for listening to the Bad Inputs podcast.
How?
How is it good? How is it the best year ever?
We don't have any games that are too amped up anymore, besides like Red Dead Redemption. That's because of Rockstar.
Mm-hmm.
We got Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
We were promised.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Oh my God!
We're gonna try to mention his little
throat. It's so dry. I feel like I'm just whatever you guys just deal with the raspiness.
I got you your water.
I don't want to in people's ear.
No. I don't want you to right next to me. I can't.
They just got to deal with the lunch lady raspiness for a little bit. And then now people are saying that Nier Automata is one of the best games ever after Nier came back from the depths of death, from just no one talking about it for forever. Can you believe Final Fantasy 13 overshadowed that game during that time period?
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy on rails?
Any GameStop that you walk into, there was cardboard cutouts for Nier. And like, yeah, for the very first one.
How bizarre, dude.
Right? I was like, I walked by, I was just like, yeah, it looks cool, but 13. I want that Final Fantasy 13. Blah, 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 blah. I should have given it a chance. Who knew he would come back, make other great games on the Wii U, also on Xbox One got canceled, who knows. Now he got a great studio, and he got to make what he wanted, just like the young cast of developers for Breath of the Wild. And fingers crossed, the young cast of developers are making the next Smash game, because it shows what happens when you get the chance to show what you can really do.
Mm-hmm. And there's people who are more in tune with what this generation has been kind of asking for, because I would imagine on some level they feel the same.
Yeah.
Which I think is the greatest part about hiring them, is that they interview these people who are younger in their company and go, what would you want to change? What direction do you feel is best for the future? Because we're at maybe an age where A, we might be sick of making these games, or B, maybe we've reached a point where people don't buy the stuff we directly put out anymore. Maybe there's something we're missing in this formula.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that they're giving people a chance on all fronts. Like you said, the Breath of the Wild. Literally, guy. There's a cool story about a guy who in 2007 wanted to move to Japan, specifically so he could be a game designer for Nintendo. Now, fast forward 10 years later, dude's on the credits for Breath of the Wild. Corey Brunel, I think his name.
Breathe it in, man.
Breathe in, breathe sex.
What?
I tried to say success, and it just turned into sex. That was terrible. I'm sorry, Brunel.
Exactly. So those same developers that we have now, they understand how to read feedback from the internet, meaning that not all feedback is good feedback, which I kind of feel older developers and heads of studios, they all take it to heart, even though they should be. It's like looking at a YouTube video for like hints and great stuff and tips that you can do to make your video better. You don't look at the top. You have to scroll to the bottom of the page to actually see great advice.
Yeah.
Like, you should fix the sync and it's fine. It's like a little off. And that's about it. Great episode, great topics, no dead air. You guys did awesome. At the very top, ha 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 ha. He said cuck and mixed it with muck. So like I'm gonna think of cuck mug when I play Pokemon now.
Yeah, that's the one that got upvoted the most, or has the most likes on freaking YouTube. All that type of shit. Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's kind of that's kind of the trade off though, right? Is like going through the comments is seeing like some that is actually critical and has a good point of view and goes, hey, I'm actually paying attention to what's going on here. And then there's the people who are like, I want the likes because I want people to sub to my funny channel. And it's like, fuck off.
Nah.
You're not doing.
You're pandering.
Yeah, absolutely. You're making everybody else's future for video games worse. You're making people possibly spend their money on something they don't want to spend, and you're making developers think that what they're making, which is bad, is not too bad. Or like, because people either will troll them to death or they'll put just inane bullshit like that, and then it just nothing gets anywhere. If you're gonna. And I mean, this is stupid to really say to people. Is like if you're gonna make a comment out of something, make it constructive.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's going to resonate with 1 out of the 10 people that would hear that. You know what I mean? So but shout outs to the developers and shout outs to the people who handle the social media who are looking through all this stuff and go, hey, you got this guy's actually got some pretty good points.
Yeah, and I think depending on how you read the comments or maybe even what your boss may say about how you're doing, it may stop you from reaching out to new heights, we shall say. Not resting on your laurels, not being a little scared to try new things, maybe ditch a new system. Your pants may be a little baggy, tighten them up a little bit, not too much. Try boot cut out. Shit, you never know how you may look. If you want to apply new effects the way facial features work in a game, do it. Who knows? But if you don't want to advance, you end up with something similar to Mass Effect Andromeda. Colin, can you give us a little details on how it's doing this week upon the release of MEA? That's Mia.
And me, oh my, this game is not doing well. Fuck me. Sorry. I tried, man. It's 10 a.m. My game usually starts around noon.
This is the earliest we met in a long time.
Yeah, it's true. We were supposed to meet up for real life stuff. We were supposed to meet up for basketball earlier. I woke up a little late. So did Eloy, and then I got pretty comfortable, and I said, "No, I don't want to do it anymore."
That's why we're going to cycling class next week.
Yay! Fuck me. Anyway, that's gonna suck.
You know what the best part about that is?
Like Mass Effect.
The cycling class, it's right outside of where all the free weights are and some other machines. So the people that are huge and like walking around kind of hulking, they're not looking at you like you're okay. They're kind of just doing a little cycling class. They're looking at you like you're fucking nuts. That you're more insane than the people that are lifting 6 plates out of 45 each. Because you're stationary bike, not going anywhere. But you walk out like you're at the front seat of freaking Waterworld at Universal Studios.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go get me a freaking knee brace tomorrow because
you're not gonna need a knee brace.
I'm gonna need a casket.
Yeah,
or a stretcher.
That's the worst
or
part.
Stretcher to the casket.
That's the worst part because you're like, because when you play basketball, it hurts. Even like when you're not even trying to go hard. When you ride the bike, I'm afraid to say, my friend, nothing hurts.
It hurts from all my knees. My knees don't do it. Depends on how I'm positioned on the bike because I don't. Because my posture sucks. So when I ride a bike, I think my knees do more of the work than they should.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and
probably.
less of my glutes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not putting my butt into it. I'm putting just all leg.
Ding, ding, ding. Heels like that, flat, butt back, and just ride.
Oh, fuck.
And you just feel it in your thigh. It's in your butt.
Yeah.
And your knees are like, oh, what's happening? Why aren't you using... You're like, shut up!
No,
you stay yeah. I'm already hurting. Everywhere else is hurting but you.
All right. Anyway, let's get back on to something else that's going. It is sucking. Actually, it's currently stinking.
We're making the same
comparatively
face
to other Mass Effects.
The same faces we're making during playing sports or when you're exhausted is the faces that they're being made in Mass Effect Andromeda.
There's something I retweeted from Ross from Game Grumps, and he. It wasn't even a bad animation, but it was just kind of weirdly, like the idol was just kind of bizarre, and it looked like this girl was like awkwardly breathing, like a sorry girl, and he just dubbed over it, and he was just going. So like,
jeez.
But he wasn't shitting on the animation itself. He was shitting on the fact that some of it feels uncomfortable. That it was like it's done. They look like people to some extent, but some of their facial features in certain situations seem to not maybe match. And
oh god!
And from a review from Dan Stapleton of IGN, stated that this game has some really good points. Let's start with the good points first, because that's where I feel like this game deserves credit, because this game already got a shit on a lot for Mass Effect 3, and I'd rather not start this off negatively. So let's start with how good the combat feels, how they expedited a lot of the boring stuff that was associated with Mass Effect, like some of the planet exploration, some of the dialogue to some extent. They fixed that up a bit, which is great. And they made everything a little more open world, a little more freeform. It makes people feel better about the combat system and running around and using your powers and strategizing a bit. However, that's where, unfortunately, that's where the positives end.
I mean, should we preface this with that it doesn't have the worst scores on Metacritic?
No, it's getting 7.7s. It's getting 8s. It's getting good scores. It's still fun.
It's that kid that gets to C in a classroom full of A's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or he was the straight A student in that class for a while, but then for some reason, just this past semester, he just hasn't been up to his standards.
Or it's that shallow thing that people joke about, that girls keep that one ugly friend around to make them look a little pretty. We need that Mass Effect to keep everyone looking much prettier. But back to the
Breath
animation.
of the Wild.
Look at those. Never mind. I guess so Resident Evil. See how much restraint I had to do?
Why?
To stop myself. So remember how we talked about the models in Resident Evil 7 looked a little too real?
Yeah, almost to like a creepy extent.
I think that's where they succeeded. They
all right, well, hold on. Here, I'll get it. That is the timer for. I'm done.
Oh, really?
I'm chilling. All right, here.
So, like, they looked real, but like it didn't go too over the top, like to the where Mass Effect Andromeda is. Their teeth are like indented. They kind of look gangly when they walk. And when they talked about Ross, they talked about how some people in real life don't understand that a conversation is over when it's over. So thus, you walk away, just leave. And that's what all of these kind of have. Not all of them, but a good amount of them. And I think that's how it's always been. Shit, it's Mass Effect. The inside joke is that, oh, Colin, I got back from my mission. I've defeated the Geth. What is my reward? And then, yeah,
we will now give you this super Geth armor that we made. It's not actually going to give you more defense, but it looks cool, right? Sorry, that is something they did. They would.
Thank you, and then you walk away. And that's literally the fucking game because you're mashing through the dialogue and thank you, and then you leave.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I had a long pause of fucking the dialogue option of having to put the control stick in that direction.
Or you can't choose it because you ain't renegade enough.
I always don't even get me started on that. That part I think actually pissed me off the most of Mass Effect.
So this comes from Arthur Geese, former employee of IGN, and he was I think a head writer for Polygon.
Yep.
His review is pretty much like everything else. Good parts, bad parts. He talks about navigating the galaxy, visually stunning, a virtual map on the deck where you ship the Tempest. On each ship, you likely have half a dozen or so planets in addition to whatever object that you're looking for. But moving from one system to another requires a good 10 to 15 seconds of unskippable animations as your ship travels through space to get there. And once you're in the system, your ship goes through another 10 to 15 second animation. Hold on. Hopping from planet to planet. And unless there's a colony present on that planet, you can only look at it and read a small bit of fiction related to the world in question. You can still scan for quote-unquote anomalies, which are basically good for bits of crafting materials or research points.
They did that in 3, which took forever because you had to like scan the planet, and then once you got a signal, then you'd have to drill, which would take like a 5 or 10 seconds. So so I heard that part was faster, like of exploring the planet.
Yeah,
but. It sounds like literally getting from planet to something that might not even give you literally shit takes 30 seconds. That's a bit ridiculous.
Overall, Arthur said that Mass Effect Andromeda succeeds despite a host of problems. After a number of complaints, it might seem odd to end on such a positive note. Let's be clear, I'm conflicted. There's a lot of roughness throughout the game. Tech issues, while not breaking, are often incredibly distracting. But it's my time with the cast I'm still thinking about, and the mysteries about the world that haven't been answered that make me feel like I'm waiting once again for a new Mass Effect game, nostalgia. And if I'm judging a game by where it leads me, Andromeda succeeds, even if it stumbled getting there. And he gave it a 7.5, which is good.
Yeah, that's a solid, like, you should, if you really love Mass Effect, go and get this because you'll probably still like it.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, maybe wait, a few months. Maybe wait 3 or 4 months. Wait for the price. Go check out Wario 64. It'll tell you it's dropped down to like $37.99.
Yeah, exactly.
On Amazon or something.
Final Fantasy 15 is 80% off in some places in Europe now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, give it some time. Price will drop. Wait till it's 7.5% off. Buy it. It's a good game. It doesn't suck.
No, but so here's the next topic that I kind of want to dive into with this though is Automata. Somebody wait, look, 0 punctuation near automata.
Nice.
Mass Effect is a game which, and you've talked about it earlier, is a franchise that is surprisingly big and is surprisingly dedicated. And it's very for a Mass Effect game that is taking when did Mass Effect 3 come out? Was it 2012?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been about 5 years. They've had a good amount of time to kind of look at some stuff. You could argue some critics are being a little harsh, but there's definitely it seems a lot of the articles are saying, hey, there's some good parts, there's some bad parts. For Mass Effect, is that acceptable? If you're somebody who's in the fan base of Mass Effect and you've been there since Mass Effect 1 and defeating whatever, I can't remember his freaking name.
The Gareth.
Yeah, it was the Geth, but his name was like there was a certain guy you had to kill.
Girth the Geth.
Girth the Geth.
Yeah, very girth. He's very girthy.
But if you've been there since Mass Effect 1 and you helped stop, the Reapers and Mass Effect 3 and all that stuff, is this okay for you? Is this something where you're like, I'm satisfied as a Mass Effect fan? That's something I want to know.
Well, let's see. Do I want to go through the story of not being a Shepard, but a Rider, which a lot of people requested?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people requested a better combat system.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people requested easier material gathering and driving through the planets and possibly cooler, which they gave as well.
Mm-hmm.
They requested new races. They only gave 2.
Mm-hmm.
Dialogue options to be a lot better. Animation smoother. Failed on. So we got technically 3 out of the 5 things
that they wanted to achieve.
Mm-hmm. Which is, what, like 70%?
That's right up, right, yeah, very much. Just right there, yeah.
I think people are getting what they asked for.
Interesting.
They couldn't go any bigger than they could have, so maybe this game should have been $50.
Possibly. And it is Mass Effect, and the name carries the weight. We could argue some games came out that past year that aren't worth $60.
I can tell you one thing.
Even there's some games that I don't even think now came out that are worth $60. Sniper Elite 4.
I can tell you one thing.
What?
It'll be worth less than $50 by the time E3 rolls around. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, most likely.
What? You want to say it?
You don't know the user score.
You can tell people. Go ahead.
Ooh, that's bad, dude.
We supported this game. No one could say that we shat on this game.
No.
This has been probably at least the most positive podcast talking about Mass Effect right now.
Absolutely, because it's just
Hold on.
It's easy to get in this mode of let's talk crap about the game.
Yeah.
Literally
fun,
anyone
man.
can do that.
It's fucking fun.
It's a good
game. That's why people are bullies. You don't think it's fun for some dude after his dad's done abusing him to go to school and then abuse other kids and call them nerd and shove a banana in their ear and kick? Are you kidding me? I fucking would have loved to do that, but I was that guy saying, "No, please stop, don't." And he's like, "Okay, fine." And then now it's kind of praised upon because it's fucking funny to see people react and get angry to shit on something that deserves to be shit on.
Literally, Angry Joe review show like Game Grumps. Like, I love the Game Grumps, but I mean, literally, Grump is in the name. It suggests negativity to some extent, even though they're not. Yeah, it's easy to do that. But let's not fall in this. Let's talk about the good stuff. It's sad that the user score on Metacritic is a 4.2. People
based out of how many?
325. It's not a ton, but that's a decent amount, and that's goddamn, man. And just in Metacritic fashion, it's very polarizing. There's 126 good reviews, 186 bad reviews.
This is from
and then 7 middle ones.
This is from Contario.
Oh, come on.
And he titles this review, "No, this is not Mass Effect game. This is not what the fans are waiting for, nor, quote, just a good game for newcomers, quote unquote. Sure, you've killed Dragon Age for 2 times in a row, but good God, the latest me game was already not very good, and then you're giving us this piece of space junk?
He said peace, like peace sign.
Yeah. EA, please stop killing good companies and franchises. Just stop."
Oh, my God. That guy needs to get the hell out.
Which one do you want to read?
Hold on. Wait. Was that guy named Jay Fish?
Where is he?
Is he down there? Jay Fish?
Oh, yeah. 8 out of 11 users found this one helpful.
For a gaming company I once considered the most innovative, most provocative storytellers with some above par gameplay, I cannot. This guy's punctuation's stupid. I cannot express enough. Can you zoom that in a little bit? I can't. I'm. They are really angry. But his punctuation's stupid. For a gaming company I once considered the most innovative, most provocative storytellers with some above par gameplay, I cannot express enough about my disappointment for Mass Effect Andromeda. BioWare's nature to decline in quality from the glory days of Dragon Age Origins in the original Mass Effect series continues here. This game is a glorified, terrible sequel / reboot. Holy fuck!
Oh hell no!
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm gonna read. I'll read 2 paragraphs more, and then I'm done.
Oh my gosh!
The animations are some of the worst looking examples that are full. I can't see that fucking word. Carney?
Where did you start?
Carney?
He
meant corny?
Yeah, I think he meant corny. He meant corny.
Not like a carnival show. Okay. Full of bugs and baffle me how they got through testing with someone thinking anything besides this looks horrible. They're almost disturbing. Parentheses. This game feels rushed, underwhelming, and the story is a shell of a former glory of original series.
Glory?
It's actually a very shocking result. After the debacle of an ending that was the climax of the first trilogy. The characters are all worse than their original counterparts. And when you naturally compare them to the original cast, all you can feel is a longing that you were back with the original gang with the first series. They were all at least interesting and left the player with an emotional connection. You cannot grow an attachment of these lifeless monstrosity mannequins.
Well,
this guy sucks.
That's the issue with
this makes me want to throw up reading
That's the issue with user reviews, though, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of following the trend of like, oh, let's shit on it.
Yeah, it's easy to shit on things.
Yeah.
It's very easy to shit on things. I could shit on the greatest stuff of all time literally fucking right now if I wanted to.
But
Super Mario World sucks. The controller on the SNES was too small for my big thumbs. Why didn't Mario have a higher jump? I wanted him to jump higher.
I purposely shat on Invader Zim even though I love it on Call and Stream, and like a lot of people agreed with that for some reason. It was kind of weird. So
what's wrong with you?
That was so funny. I can't believe that actually worked.
I didn't know you.
I just want to stir up shit.
You like Invader Zim?
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked. I thought you really didn't.
It's my favorite cartoons ever.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But I legitimately came off as you know. I pretty much politic my way in Colin's chat and stream. To be just because I just lied. All right, so Mass Effect Andromeda got number 9 best Xbox One game of 2017, number 2 most discussed Xbox One game of 2017, and the number 6 most shared Xbox game of 2017. So those are awards. So it's like a participation.
Those
aren't the best, but I guess we should move on.
Wait, what is it?
Nope. They got 3 awards, Colin.
I guess those are awards.
That makes their game 80 out of 100.
I mean, I guess. Sure, man. Why not? Okay, hold on. Is the air conditioning still fucked up, dude?
Oh, it's gonna be hot in this piece. Oh. It's gonna be hot up in this Motherfuera. Diablo Season 3, first season. I can't believe people said Diablo's a thing that's a little too late with the DLC. I agree. Az agrees.
Diablo's getting a DLC?
Yep. I think it's like the 3rd piece of DLC, maybe the 2nd piece of DLC, but it should have happened a long time ago, much longer. Alice has a new title announcement special coming spring 2017, March 26th. Yep, in 3 days, Alice will host a new title announcement special spring 2017 live stream, March 26th at 19 Japan South time. The company announced. The newly announced. The event will be an introduction of a slew of new titles coming from Atlas this year, starting with newly announced Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology. I think that's on the 3DS. So there's new games there.
Well, so Atlas has been is going to start their takeover once Persona 5 destroys America and fucking people love that game and then once that gets announced, we'll be like, oh, if Atlas is making this, I'm on board.
I think
it's going to be one of those. I think Persona 5 is going to be the first domino of Atlas taking it over. As you have also said, it's starting to sort of happen.
All thanks to the what?
Well, thanks to Persona or the Vita.
Yep.
Go Vita. Vita is life.
Rest in peace, baby boo.
He's not. He's not dead. Vita. I'm telling
think,
you, it's coming back.
Along with Atlas, it's just in the way Mass Effect is performing, I think it just has a lot of Western studios just shaking in their boots. I think a lot of European studios as well. I think we're going to see the opposite of what's happening in the last 5 years of who's been winning the Game Awards and whatnot. It's finally going to shine down in the hands of Japan for once. And it's not going to be with Mario, maybe. It might not be even Zelda, maybe. It's going to be a completely different developer.
How crazy would that be?
Right?
Honestly, Zelda, I've said this before, might be the best game I've ever played in my life. And that still might not win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And it has in the past. The older Zelda series. But shit.
So I mean, we could make this kind of go full circle with the question. It seems like even with the Mass Effect stupidity going on, especially with the user score, is definitely the people who are grounded with these reviews are saying it's good, but it's not great, and it definitely feels like they're alluding to a second one, which maybe they threw out this new formula as kind of the test, and then they go, hey, Mass Effect Andromeda 2, Mass Effect whatever, Omega is. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you just totally triggered me, Colin.
Why?
So I'm not one to throw that word out there that much unless I honestly mean it. But there's two things I've forgotten about.
What?
That Mass Effect will be a trilogy.
Yep.
Or have a sequel, and that the Nintendo Switch will have the Switch XL. It has to.
Probably.
It has to.
I got really upset.
Yeah, see, triggered.
Oh, yeah. I got upset, but like, thank God I, can control my emotions. I don't have to fucking go on a comment section and rage about it.
They got the prop gun is indeed a prop gun that we have.
Oh my God.
So, besides that, is it too early to do Game of the Year nominations?
We could just call it the way too early game nominations.
I mean, let's do this. Let's look at what else is coming out in March.
Just in March.
That's how good this year's already. The rest of 2017.
Oh yeah. Wait, Ukulele's gonna be out in like 2 weeks, isn't it? I can't wait, even if it is a little big for the game. It doesn't matter to me because I play that game. I love those games.
What the fuck is Troll and I?
You don't know what Troll and I is?
I think Sports Game of the Year is already going to go to MLB The Show 2017. Have you seen the commercials for it?
Not really. At least maybe I haven't remembered.
It looks like the mind of a Japanese anime.
Really?
They're like, okay, hey, you can play baseball. Hey, but do these mini games and shit, and do all this shit, and do all this other stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Your character's getting real strong. I was like, I think this might be the first baseball game I play.
That's awesome. It's like a freaking RPG on. That's freaking cool. I wish more sports games did that. So I think they try to focus a lot on the realism rather than the fun part. Like I missed NFL Blitz.
I think we're gonna detour.
We died on the detour. We crashed into a tree because the detour was false, and it was Wile E. Coyote who put it there.
I think they call that man Ken Gripping Jr.
Ken Gripping Sr.
Oh my God! Colin, you nailed it. It goes full RPG. At the 17-minute from PlayStation Underground.
That's what you said. You play mini games and gain stats. I heard stats. I was like, that's a fucking you gaining strength and speed. That's an RPG if I've ever heard of one. Oh, Mass Effect the show.
Did MLB The Show just out simulation Mass Effect possibly?
Yep. I'm highly more interested in this game than I am in Mass Effect.
Show us. That's nice. Besides the freakish faces that popped up that triggered people with Tripophobia.
To what phobia?
So, like, Colin, you tweeted out the picture. He tweeted out animation's hard. And
Yeah.
there are these freakish faces from MLB The Show that popped up.
Oh, yeah.
Some
yeah,
dude, like,
yeah.
had a beehive face. Some other person just, like, a weird hairy face.
Yeah.
And it was on NeoGAF, but it had a trigger warning because there's a phobia that people have when, like, dots are far apart but not too far apart. They kind of look like the honeycomb pattern, like the one on the right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a weird phobia. All right.
And people were like, holy fuck. They're like, yeah, like, they got, like the jitters and shit like that.
Oh, God.
The picture was that weird.
It was one of the more bizarre things I had seen as far as graphics and shit goes. But that's what I was saying. Like to like put facial features together, especially like what we heard in like a podcast recently, like how animation kind of works of like having to put stuff like basically drag it from point to point and kind of make sure that it lines up and then kind of do the animation and make sure it doesn't look really bizarre. And then if it does, then add more points to like make those points smoother of like the main points. Like it's something ridiculously complicated, and if we could I'm not trying to go back to Mass Effect, but just for like a half second. Like, that is really horrifying. It's to focus on that as somebody who has never, especially like for user scores, who probably I would imagine 90% of those, maybe even 99% of those people have never designed a game in their life.
Yeah.
To nitpick that sort of crap, you have no right. You literally, you can say this could be better, but if you're saying it ruins the game, you don't have a right because you don't really understand how hard that is.
And that's why gaming journalism sucks.
Well, and you're also
journalism in general.
When you're taking away credit from all the people who worked hard on the gameplay, the people who worked on the marketing department, the people who worked on the voice acting, the people who worked. There's thousands of people who work on games sometimes, or hundreds, mostly maybe 1,000, depending on the fucking. Maybe it's Shenmue.
Sometimes smaller than that. Sometimes 5 to 10.
Yeah, it could be tiny, but like to take away the credit from any one of those people or teams or companies or like branching off companies, if it's fucking a Santa Monica studio or if it's just Hello Games, like. You give them respect to some degree, and you be critical, but nice about it.
All you have to say is that game was not good. Sorry.
That's
and then leave.
Absolutely.
Shit.
There's no point in
sorry they couldn't make Hasani Miku freaking Sniper Elite 4. You know what I mean? If I wanted to go out and tell people that Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 is not worth your money if you still own a PS3, then yeah, I should just do it that way. I'm not going to go, they fucked up, return it, sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is never coming out. Well,
anyway,
we've talked about it before.
Yeah, let's like it's the freaking internet. Like, what are we gonna do about it? But I guess like we're on the internet. We have to some extent some sort of platform. If we can at least change somebody's mind about not being a little shit one time, that'd be good. I'm okay with that.
And we can retroactively predict the future.
Oh,
we in front of us every game release date in 2017. Last updated March 15th. Thank you to Matt Espinelli on GameSpot. So we'll go through January, February, and March. There's the games that stand out. Briefly through the rest of them, and we'll cut it off December, kind of early December. So January, half of these games don't sound like they even exist.
Except Hatsune Miku. But
we'll just say Dragon Quest, because it was on the 3DS, and Resident Evil 7.
Well, you don't want people to play Gravity Rush 2 if they have a Vita? You
think that would be up for Game of the Year?
Oh, we're just going Game of the Year here? Oh, so definitely Digimon World Next Order.
Oh fuck! Hitman, the complete first season. That stood out in January also.
Yeah, we played a little bit of that on stream. That game is hilarious, but actually still very well done.
Yeah, that was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Then February. Oh my goodness, what a February that we had!
Did Yoshi's Woolly World with the Poochie thing came out?
Yeah,
that came out. It came out literally a month and a half ago, and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
We have Neo For Honor, just because of how much talk it got from the E3 presentation to when it released.
Halo Wars 2. Oh, God.
I plead the fifth for that one, man. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Something's confusing me right now.
What? I don't know. Is it even worth mentioning? Would it even get a nomination for GTOY? GOTY.
For Halo Wars?
Yeah.
I mean, not this year. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not maybe 2014 or 2013 you coulda. But, like, this year's just kind of stupid.
And then we have Horizon Zero Dawn. And then, where the fuck? That's the end of February. Oh, and then Walking Dead Telltale series.
Yeah, that could be up. That could be up for definitely like story of the year, like or whatever they do. I don't know what the award is. It's one of those.
I mean, March into March with 1-2 Switch, Iron Setsuna, Human Resource Machine, Just Dance, and Little Inferno all coming out on the Switch.
And Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild is definitely gonna be up for it. I mean, all those other games. But I think Snipper Clips has a chance to be one of the multiplayer games of the year nominees. Just. Because that game is a ton of fun, and it's very innovative, and there's literally a bunch of different ways you can solve a bunch of different puzzles. And I'm only like scratched the surface. I want to play the second world, like the future or whatever, or retro, whatever it was, and see what else you can do. But so far, I love it.
Yeah, we need to get a little deeper into it without fucking up.
you literally just cut you into the stupidest shit.
I was just ducking. I was cutting him. I was like, I don't know. What is it? I was turning and cutting. I was still getting snipped in my clip. And then I said clip. I said clip. Super prominent. No. Nier Automata, just because of apparently it's supposed to be pretty good.
UMVC 3. Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. You have your issues with that, but that's the game. I mean, Binding of Isaac's still fun.
Yeah, it's just a port, though. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if they're gonna nominate it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For now, definitely not. And it's not, at least not for the Switch. Maybe it's a PC thing or something. Like any game of whatever.
Rock Band VR. Oh goodness gracious.
That's gonna scare the hell out of me in some regard.
April, yeah, Persona 5.
Yep, that's gonna be up for it.
Ukulele.
Are they making another Bulletstorm game?
Yeah, it's the remaster.
Oh yeah.
With Duck Nukem in it.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Don't think. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
That's gonna be with battle mode. Oh, it's gonna be so good. That's gonna get a 9.
Then in May,
it's gonna get a 9.
We have Prey, Injustice 2, Fire Emblem Echoes, Rhyme. Ultimate Street Fighter 2 is coming out on the Switch.
Yeah.
And then in June, for what we know now,
Tekken 7.
Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Oh, for online. Oh, so they're going to expand it to Morrowind. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
And Dirt 4.
Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. I played the 5th for what to say about that game.
Middle-earth Shadow of War. Coming out. That's coming out in August?
So August? Hopefully not. Actually, no. Yeah, that was. Well, we'll see.
That's awesome. But look, it's gonna have it. Oh,
the footage looked pretty good. A lot of people saying it looked iffy. I thought it looked pretty damn good for it not being done yet.
Yeah,
so
it's an alpha. Why are people complaining?
I think by August they should be able to get it done. If not, okay, hold on. If it doesn't come out in August, it's definitely gonna come out around the same window, possibly October, of Red Dead Redemption 2. So it has to come out in August.
Yes, that's what. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's what I was saying. It has its own little release window because that would be great if it holds on to that. Wait, go up. You missed some. Oh, there's a lot of great games on this list. Go back up.
But these are just rumored for 2017.
Well, I mean, we got at least acknowledge it.
Yeah, but what if they don't come out in 2017?
That's not fucking our fault. We're just reporting it, man. Let's at least let people at least go. I know when this is coming out, so they're informed. So you got the next Ni no Kuni might come out.
No.
Oh, okay. Outlast 2.
Yeah, that one's coming out.
I will see, man. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, Shenmue 3's coming out.
No.
Metal Gear Survive, dude. Sonic Mania, South Park at the Fractured Butthole, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Thimbleweed Park.
So
I don't know what that is. Oh, and then Remains of Edith Finch, I've actually heard is fucking awesome.
I think those people made the last one.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the unfinished one. Fuck. No, there you go.
Yeah, I think it's the unfinished one.
Last Guardian. Damn it.
It's the last one that guards.
So Mario Odyssey has a chance for Mario to come back and win Game of the Year for the first time ever since, I believe, Super Mario Sunshine.
Ooh. Will it be deserved, though? Because Sunshine, in retrospect, has its issues.
People, what? I thought Sunshine was better than Galaxy.
I I've been watching a lot of Sunshine of like recently. It's sometimes unnecessarily hard. No,
Sunshine casual or Sunshine speed runs?
It's a bit of both. It's more. It's way better than Super Mario 64. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely still. That game is a lot older than I thought it was. Like I also played it semi recently on a stream.
Definitely.
And it was it's got it's still fucking awesome, but it's got its weird difficulty spikes and it's got its weird quirks that make the game sort of like, yeesh. Like writing the bloopers is really stupid.
Yeah.
Writing the bloopers is one of the dumbest things in that game, and they make you get that for like a main star, and you die from like anyway.
But they kind of brought that back as well. Like you ride that stupid cow thing. I forgot what it is in Galaxy. Then you also have to connect with the motion controller in the air. If you disconnect with the bubble, you just go into the space and die.
Yeah.
So there's so many of those in Galaxy. And then it kind of just felt normal. Like it wasn't anything too crazy exciting like in Galaxy, because after a while you get used to it and you just like trot your way to the end of the game pretty much.
Yeah, it's not too bad once you get used to the different perspective, but it's something where it's kind of the same thing with Sunshine, and where it's just the base mechanics of the game sometimes like hold back parts that should feel a little better. Like using Flood is sometimes encumbering, and it's sometimes like so streamer I Ate Your Pie actually had a pretty decent point about stuff. He was like, he's like the fact that every level has multiple non-flood parts with really hard platforming when the game is based around having flood. He's like I don't have too much of a problem with it. It's just the frequency, and he's like, because he's like, when you do a Bowser level, he's like, it's really hard, but you do like 3-4 Bowser levels. Yeah. He's like, and then you're done. And like Super Mario 64, I'm referencing, and then you're just over it. And he's like, in this game, every world you go to has like a couple of like the secret world stars if you're trying to get 120 stars, and it takes away from flood.
Yeah,
and it's like if you're gonna make the platforming parts like this, where it's supposed to be like, oh look, remember old Mario? Just make old Mario. But if you want to focus on flood, you could make really cool secret stuff that has to do with flood. You know what I mean? Like that's that's a very like minor problem, but it's like a design and like inconsistency issue. You know what I mean? That's kind of where it stems from, and that's the same thing I think Galaxy sort of suffers from an issue, like some points.
God, I fucking hate that game.
I don't
really hate it. I don't
it.
fucking hate it, but like it was testing me, because that's all I kind of had to play when I was like playing sports, just to relax.
That was
Galaxy not relaxing at times.
It's frustrating.
Like compared to like what they kind of made you do with Flood, even the platforming parts, it got like frustrating, but like not in Lost in Space frustrating. But I think they're going to take away both of those things that happened in Galaxy and Wet World, Sunshine, whatever. And they're going to make it a lot better in Odyssey. And who knows? Maybe it's going to be... actually, no, it is open world. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, it's in New York City, wherever they're going to call it.
with real people, which is sort of creepy.
New York City.
Donk City. That big old donk.
God.
Yeah.
So for the week of March 20th to the 26th, we have more video games coming out that I don't think a lot of people may have heard of.
Nah, I never heard. What's Super Mario Run? Well, that's gonna... Damn, dude. It's coming out late. It's coming out tomorrow on the Android. Anyway.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda. Took it into Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. Death Tales. Everything. Freedom Planet. Rayon Riddles. Royal Defense. Touhou Double Focus. Touhou Genso Wanderer. Chol and I. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 on PC. That's the shocking
sorry.
One. You want to take the rest? Zero Escape. Sorry. By the way, I think I played the first Zero Escape. That game, you so much. I could not get into it. I got confused immediately, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm not invested. I'm putting this down. I was shocked. D1 beat it on stream. I was like, there's a house full of these fools playing it together. I was too scared.
Crazy.
I was scared out of my pants playing that game by myself.
It looked scary, but like it ended so abruptly, where I was like, I don't know what I did wrong. And then the next part, it just got it anyway. So the next game going to come out is This Is the Police for Xbox One on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, March 23rd, got Super Mario Run finally coming out for the Android. Then you got Rock Band VR coming out for PC on the Oculus Rift. Then you got the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for the PC early access game. Then you got Day of Infamy on PC Friday, March 24th, we got 88 Heroes on the PS4, and then Zero Escape, the Nonary games. Nonary?
Mm-hmm.
Nonary? Okay. Make sure I didn't fuck that up. Biggest releases, definitely Mass Effect. Zero Escape's pretty up there. Rock Band. And then Berserk Hawk, I've heard good things about. So, like, I'm pretty sure that's or Berserk Hawk. Yeah, it's what it's Berserk Band of the Hawk.
It's going to Amazon.
I've heard decent things on a Switch podcast, even though it's not for the Switch.
I'm just trying to guess what
they're talking about. Indie games.
I'm trying to guess. I'm gonna say it's a beat 'em up.
Is it?
If I had to guess, just straight up off the name.
Bolivian. Oh, Bolivians. Yeah, you just typed in. You tried to type in Oblivion, and I just saw Bolivian, and I just made a joke out of it.
Ooh, we got a Dynasty Warriors.
This is cute.
Fucking Muso game. Yeah, Super Muso mode. And
Musos.
Shit.
What's Muso mode?
I think you just beat up a lot of targets, and you have cool powers and shit like that.
Oh, Dynasty Warriors-esque.
Mm-hmm.
This looks way dark. Oh!
Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
I might play this.
Blood and guts of blood.
Yeah, I'm down. If you're just gonna beat shit up, make it all really gory and bloody, ridiculously. I'm cool with that. Whoa. Yeah, it's definitely down. There's a lot of health bars.
Yeah,
that actually is kind of annoying.
I was gonna say, Colin, I don't know if this game is actually up your alley. What you told me, how you feel about Dynasty Warriors.
It got very repetitive, but the thing is like it wasn't very satisfying to kill him.
Graphics have improved.
Satisfying to kill him, I'm down.
Graphics have improved.
It looks great.
So, who knows?
And it looks dark. I like the darker tone. It's a little Dark Souls-y for me.
Colin, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Ferg91, where I am retweeting a lot of stuff from respective game journalists. Follow them too, because I follow them and they're cool, and I complain about my own random bullshit, and also spread positivity, which is a weird trade-off. And then on Twitch, I'm going to stream Breath of the Wild and see how that goes. If people spoil it, then that was the last time that ever is going to happen. If not, I'm streaming Sonic.
Only one.
Yep. Literally, I'm going to like preface that when I get on stream and like I have a decent number of people watching, and be like, I'm starting this off right now. You tell me where to go, I'm going to stop streaming.
You have to find the rocket in the Mahu Temple and fly to space to fight Ganon.
I'm done. See, I'd be done. I'd be immediately done because I'd be like, no, I want to go to that fucking cliff that's on fire. Fuck you. I'm not going to that shrine.
Then just say that.
Good.
And then if they don't like it, then they leave.
See, that's it. I feel like I'm just going to be saying that the whole time, and I don't want to tell a bunch of people to fuck off.
Oh, don't tell them to fuck off. You could say, "Oh, but you just stroke them like a dog." You're like, "Yeah, but watch me do this."
Oh. But see, I don't. But see, I'm not that. Like, if a dog like nips at me, I'm like, "Fuck you,
yeah,
get away from me."
But they'll be like, "Okay, I'll watch you do that. I like the way you're doing that."
Oh, and the dog will look at me like, the fuck?
You can find me at Twitch.tv just Toka Lurker, pushing a button 100 times in a row. Then you can find me on Twitter.com at TokaLurk15. Trying to figure out if there's a proper way to melt cheese for nachos, not in an oven, but in a microwave.
Queso.
The answer is...
Queso, this is how you melt cheese.
The answer is yes. Later.
The answer is yes.
It is. It's 10 seconds at a time and just rotate them.
That's all it is?
Uh-huh. You don't end up that weird, hard, cheesy formation.
Oh, I've seen, where it's like all like coagulated and shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I don't want that. Don't keep your cheese coagulated, people. 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 Don't keep your cheese coagulated.